morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. Hope you all are doing well. Want to encourage you to get that morning oxygen. Breathe in those ions in the AM. Exchange with nature. Go outside if you can. And if not, do this inside and open a couple of windows. So today we're continuing from the last video. We just completed the entire video, so we'll share the YouTube link as requested. We'll share it down here, and then we'll also share it in the previous Facebook Live post. So what are we going to do in this video?
So the last video, we started off with the first movement and did the first variation of the second movement. So I'll continue on with the second and third movement. Sorry, turning the windlasses. We'll do the second and third variation. We'll review the first, then do the second and third variation of this second movement of Four Seasons set, turning the windlasses.
Enjoy.
All good? All right. So we can even review the first movement, which is really simple. You're just going to hold the arms up and let them flop to the sides. Breathing in, and we do this for as long as we feel is good, because it shouldn't be too there shouldn't be too much muscle usage. So it should be nice, relaxed, and easy. Only if you have a shoulder injury or past injury, you should be careful and maybe not do it as long or as vigorously. So we had two variations with that, the forward and the to the side. So you're going to hold your hands up again, let them flop down. Hold up to the sides and let them flop down. And another important point, you're opening up the shoulders, so you want to stay relaxed, but also the whole body is involved. As you swing the arms, the back is, we call it the bows are opening and closing. The chest bow and the spine bow. Okay? So this is our quick review of what we did in the last video. Chest opening and closing, spine opening and closing. As you relax the arms, you're just going to hold the arms up and let them flop. And the variation is to hold the arms and let them flop. So once you've got that, you're going to come to a stand still and experience the energy flow down the arms, tingling in the fingertips perhaps. Really enjoy that. We got to take moments in our day-to-day to find pleasure, find enjoyment, sip the air, and relax the body and the mind and the spirit. Okay, so then the second movement that we did in the last video is turning the windlasses. And it looks like this. We're going to inhale, coming up. This is the first variation for the breath pattern. You're going to inhale, coming up, peel open, and exhale, coming down. And the important part of this is that the body also curves. As the body curves back and you have an arc, the back lungs, and I'm kind of exaggerating this, you don't have to go back this far at home. If you're not used to the movement, you might want to have a less of a curve, and then as you get used to it, you can curve back more and more. But as you cause your body to lean back slightly, the lungs in the back body relax and open. And again, as you move forward, the back body compresses the back lungs and aids in the exhale. And the opposite is kind of happening in the front body. So both sides of the lungs are getting opening and closing, a compression and an opening in this nice circular pattern, and we're gently waking up all parts of the lung. So I call this waking up the whole lung, because you are accessing the front and back bodies of the lung and giving them a nice squeeze and a let go, and a squeeze and a let go. So you want it to be gentle enough and relaxed enough where you're not feeling tension or strain. So just go as far as allows you to stay in a nice, it should be pleasing and it should be comfortable as you're doing this, and you're going to build up your range of motion as you practice every day, little by little. Okay? So you're going to inhale again. So this is the first pattern, and exhale out. And this really draws the energy to the back side of the lungs when you breathe in this first variation. And this is really good too if you have any high blood pressure. It draws the energy away from the heart also to the lungs and kind of allows for that to move. So I mentioned that because the next breathing pattern is going to switch that up. So now you're going to, this is variation number 2 for movement to windlasses. You're going to inhale now here. And this time the front body is relaxed. So we're bringing energy to the front body here. And if you have high blood pressure, just watch how you're feeling. If you're starting to feel your heartbeat pick up a little too much, go back to the first pattern, variation, I should say. So this is going to bring energy to the front body. You're going to inhale as the front lungs are relaxed, and you're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale as you come up now. So this is the opposite breathing pattern. So as you exhale here, the front body is being squeezed. And then as you inhale, the front body is opening. And the front of the lungs are gaining access to all that influx of the oxygen, O2 ions that you're breathing this morning. So exhale here. The front lungs are getting squeezed. Inhale. And the back lungs are coming along for the ride too. They are also getting a circular massage as well. Just the breathing pattern has changed. Okay? You're going to inhale, exhale, inhale here. Exhale, inhale here. So you're going to want to watch your heartbeat a little here just to stay relaxed, make sure it's not picking up. And if your heartbeat does pick up, for those of you who experience higher blood pressure, you can go back to the first variation and quickly draw the energy away from the heart back to the back body. So this is how to keep your body balanced and get familiar with how much you can do to stimulate the front body area, the front area of the chest, okay? So back to the first variation then. You're going to inhale, drawing the energy to the back, and then exhaling, the back body compresses. So now the attention's on the back body. First variation, inhale, and then exhale. And then we'll transition, inhale. We're going to transition to the second variation by extending the inhale. So you're going to inhale, but then instead of exhaling, you're going to keep inhaling. Now the attention's in the front body, and then you're going to exhale. You're going to inhale, and then exhale. And then you can come to a standstill and take a few deep breaths. See how you're feeling after those two types of turns. Great. So we had 2 variations, the first 2 of the second movement, and then now I'm going to show you the third variation. So this third variation, we're going to just simply take the turning in the opposite direction. So before we were turning the pole, and let me show you the difference between, take a moment to show you the difference between turning with just your arms and turning using your whole body, right? So this is just my arms, and I hope you can see the difference here. This is not doing very much for my lungs right here, unfortunately. So if you can observe yourself, maybe get in front of the mirror and see how much body movement is getting into this. My body isn't following my arms right now. If I were to follow the movement of my arms with my body, as I draw in, my body slightly leans back. And as I move up, my whole torso moves up with the upward movement. And as I move forward, I allow my whole body to follow. So that's what I mean when I say allow your body to follow the movements of your hands. So the arms, it really doesn't matter too much what the arms are doing. It's really a guide for the rest of your torso so that you have opening and closing release and compression of the lungs, and the lungs are even getting a little bit of a massage. And if you never thought about massaging your organs, we talk about massaging the organs all the time in Qigong practice, and this is really fantastic. So a quick demo of just the arms. This is not the way this is not the way to access the lungs. You're not really doing too much, maybe a little shoulders movements happening, but really you want the whole body to be following the hands here. Okay, so the third variation, I'm coming back to it, is we've been going in this direction. Now we're going to switch the direction. So now we're going to kind of row backwards, I suppose, in our rowboat, turning the windlasses. So you're going to start circling in the opposite direction. Back towards you on the upswing, forward on the downswing. And then we can introduce the breathing pattern here for the third movement. So we're going to inhale on the downswing, inhaling here. And then we're going to exhale here. And you can kind of guess which side of the lung, the front or the back, gets the attention right now. So if we inhale here, the curve is allowing for the front lungs to open. And then as we draw back, everything compresses in the front. So we have a compression of the front again. The difference between the one way of turning the arms and the opposite way is the order. So you can feel different parts of the front lung being compressed in different ways. So you can experience that by exploring how it feels going in one direction or the other. So inhale and then exhale here. Inhale and then exhale here. And then I'm going to go ahead and introduce the fourth pattern because we want to end with an exercise that draws the energy to the back side of the lungs and not end with the exercise that ends at the front, because we want to draw the energy away from the heart. So we're going to go in the same backwards rowing rotation. And now we're going to inhale here at the top instead, allowing the back body to open, and then exhale on the bottom. Inhale here. Exhale, moving forward. Inhale. Exhale, moving forward. Inhale. And exhale, moving forward. So now we have a tension in the back body. The curve is happening. The lungs are opening here as you're leaning back. And then exhaling here, the lungs are compressing in the back side. Okay? Just do a couple more. Inhaling here. Exhaling out. Inhaling to the back body. Exhaling out. And you can come to a rest. Check out what's happening for you in the lungs. And that's all 4 variations of the second movement of Four Seasons lung set to help you access different areas of lungs, improve cell regeneration and CO2 oxygen exchange that helps that process. I hope you enjoyed the video, and Javier and I will see you tomorrow or the next day for the next exercise. Let us know what you think about the videos so far and leave some comments for us. Take care. Till then, be well.